Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm, moving the mob on a beautiful evening here, getting toward the end of April, and we're hitting the spring flush. We're about 2 weeks early here in central Missouri. We normally don't hit the spring flush here till about May 7th to the 17th. Not the case this year. This is May 25th, and I mean, it's unbelievable how fast this grass has taken off. Courtesy of ample rain when we needed it. And we're hitting 70 degrees today, and it's just early. Everything's early this year. The white oak trees are the last trees to leaf out here in Missouri, fully leaf out, and they've already got buds coming on. Usually the white oaks don't get completely leafed out until about May 10th, which is, it's a good 2 weeks off. And so we're early, and I'm not complaining. The cows are starting to slick off on their neck. I notice they rub on about everything. Boy, that is one pretty little bull calf right there. Whew. 9108. Folks, you can't make him any prettier than that one. I mean, he is a dude. Just unbelievable, beautiful calf. Doing good on his mama's milk, and we just got through tagging some new ones a while ago. Every day we're getting new calves now, and this is the time to be calving. Boy, I mean, green grass, it's warm. The cows don't have any trouble milking. They've got ample food to supply the baby calves, and so they're getting good nutrition, and that's key. If you can give them good nutrition, the animals just aren't going to have any health issues. And it all comes from the green grass and the legumes. And now that we've got the legumes and the grasses up about, there's clover out here 9 inches tall. And we did see our first seed heads today on orchard grass. Down in the bottom area where the soil was really better than up on the ridges. That orchard grass had seed heads on it already. I couldn't believe it. But it did. Never saw that before either. So lots of new things happening out here on the farm. But Ben and Isaac and I, we moved the flurd this morning. And I was showing the boys as we moved the litter back on the forage over there, underneath the forage, as we moved the litter bank back, underneath that was just solid worm castings. And that was all because they were eating my litter that the cattle had trampled on the ground in the winter. So all that winter litter, that's a mouthful, that people say, but Greg, you wasted it, you didn't eat it. You let your cows trample it on the ground. Well, I don't think it was wasted at all. When you saw we had earthworms crawling on top of the ground, we pulled the litter back. There's a pretty cow. She looks rough with her winter haircut. Look at her neck. That neck is coming off. The hair is almost gone. And that's because they can get that neck on a tree, and boy, they can really go to town on it, rubbing and getting that winter coat off. But this is what takes the winter hair coat off: good forage and 70-degree days. I mean, you get 71-degree days, that'll take off a lot of hair. But we're giving them great big paddocks. There's a calf eating wild mustard. That's all the grass in the whole paddock, and so they're eating wild mustard. We got a nursery over here. They're all chasing each other. Bunch of little calves over there running around. It's just a beautiful, beautiful time of year. I enjoy being out on the farm any time of the year, but in the springtime, when you've got green grass and all this clover, look at that. I mean, everywhere I walk out here, Greg, you don't seed clover. How do you get it? You get it with management. It's exactly how you get it. You don't get it by being continuous grazers. And I get tickled. I hear people talk about, you know, there's really no difference in just set stocking and rotational grazing. You'll hear some professional guru claim that they did a study, scientific study, and they found out that there's no difference in just giving them the whole farm or rotating animals, increasing stock and density. There's just no difference. Well, I say bunkers to that. They need to get out behind their desk and get out here on the land, open their eyeballs up, and you don't have to be educated to know there's a difference. I mean, look at this. When you go walk on our neighbors across the fence where they're not doing any rotational, I can promise you it doesn't look like this. Hey guys, go ahead and bring the foiler, get the mineral feeder and pull it over here on this side of those cedars. I'll meet you up there. There is a difference. And that people say, I don't have time to move the wire. I don't want to go through all that pain in the tail end of moving a wire every day. But they will spend the entire year or summer mowing, raking, baling, and hauling hay. And if they did more of this, moving a wire and letting the animals do all the work for them, they wouldn't have to feed as much hay. So it's kind of a catch-22. You know, if you enjoy riding on a tractor and mowing down hay, knock yourself out. But don't be complaining at the end of the year when you haven't made any money, because you didn't let the cows do the work. These cattle are doing all the work for us, folks. I think we're up to almost 250 head now, counting the babies. And we've got 63 bulls in with the sheep over there. Oh, we had another baby lamb today too. Just getting a few. I would say within 2 weeks there's going to be 100 baby lambs over there. You see the first one, usually in 5 to 7 days you'll have 100 of them on the ground. But what was cool was those bulls grazed right up through that new mother that was nursing that little baby lamb. Just had it. And the little booger was sucking. And they didn't pay any more attention to that little baby lamb and its mother than anything. They didn't chase it. They didn't go up there and threaten it or anything. And one of the young guard dogs thought it was going to go up and sniff the afterbirth, and he found out wrong. One of the sheep put her head down and offered to butt him to high heaven, which is good. But yeah, it's going good here, folks. And I tell you what, if you can just take your farm and get your perimeter fence up and have some hot wire. I'm talking about poly wire and step-in posts, and start rotating your animals. Someday your farm can look like this as well. And what the real tragedy is of giving them the whole farm is you're really missing out on stock and rate. You can run a lot more cattle grazing them this way because you're moving them all the time. And they're fertilizing. These animals are fertilizing. You know, what goes in the mouth comes out the butt. And they drink out of that water tank, comes out as urine. And it's just black gold to this landscape. So I look at it this way. I've got 250 workers out here, four-legged workers, that are being manufactured, in other words, they're being powered by solar energy, sunlight, and they're fertilizing, seeding, trampling, defecating, urinating, improving the soil, fixing carbon, putting it back into the soil where it belongs, healing our groundwater cycle, and they're producing a healthy product. Something that you can hand down to your kids and your grandkids. You know, we're only on this earth for a period of time, and what better legacy to leave for your kids to let them walk into something like this. You know, you work your whole life and you leave them a handful of stocks in some company. Well, how about leaving them in a place where they can raise their food and their kids out on the landscape? Folks, we need more you young people out here on the land. That's why I'm excited about Ben and Isaac over there. We need a whole lot more Ben and Isaacs out here on the landscape. And these two young men are constantly asking me questions. Good questions. So, boy, I'm telling you, I'm excited for those two. We need about 10 million more just like them. Because it does take management, it takes learning, and but everyone here can do this. I didn't know anything about grass when I started, really didn't. And just kept learning and learning and learning, and you know what? Pretty soon you kind of understand what's going on and how to make money in the grazing business and in the livestock business. And this little calf coming at me, 012, God, is he a beaut. He is so beautiful. I mean, look at his little brisket looking at me. I mean, I would zoom in, but it messes up the video when I do that. I'm gonna try and get closer to him. I mean, look at that calf. Okay, that's a little bull. Man, he is just a chunk. He's about a week old, but you know, he's latched onto that mother's milk, and he's going to town. Just a wonderful, wonderful specimen of an animal. And you can tell by looking at him, he's getting everything that he needs. I mean, his hair coat, his mother's doing a good job of cleaning him up. She's got him licked down good. You can see her tongue marks all over him. He's got a thick neck, a nice clean nose on him. Look at him. He just looks like a little bull. He already knows he's a bull. He just walks around like, I'm bad, I'm bad. He is a beautiful, beautiful specimen. That's what you like to see. Happy, healthy animals. And with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and check out of here. Get home and spend the evening with my beautiful wife. And it's just a beautiful day to be alive here in Missouri. And everyone out there, stay safe. And we'll see some of y'all at our grazing school this year, coming up in September. We've got 2 of them. The first one's the 10th through the 12th, and the 17th through the 19th. And they're filling up, so we're going to have a great time there, and it's going to be a great learning opportunity for the attendees, and look forward to seeing y'all. Everyone have a great day, and this is Greg Judy signing out, and hit that subscribe channel on the way out.